Hey guys, how are you doing? Today is September 29th, Friday, and today is the Mid-Autumn Festival in Hong Kong or in Chinese people, right? So I wish everyone have a, in Chinese society, it means the full moon, right? Full moon is every family happy and they have a good gathering and they sit together, have the dinner, then have the jokes, then something like that, right? So it's a very happy scenario. So I wish every family has a good gathering under the full moon, right? But today we will take a look on the NIKES quarterly result. I think it's very disappointing, right? And then we have to be very careful. If you already have the stock of Nike, do not attempt to buy it, right? Because the result is for past too many years, more than 10 years, it's the first time I encountered Nike's result is that bad, right? It's the first time, right? So we'll have a quick look on that. Okay, our Falcon portfolio been a little bit better yesterday on the US market, right? Rised more than 100 points for both Dow Jones and Nasdaq. So our Falcon portfolio been raised a little bit to 69%, right? About raised 3 to 4%. So for everyone that you have any idea that want me to analyze on any stock, then you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. This is our covering, and the quarter result just announced by Nike yesterday night is very disappointing. We will come to that in a minute. Yesterday, Dow Jones been a little bit better, rised 116 points. And Nasdaq nearly the same, rised 108 points yesterday. So why Nasdaq rise? Right, then we will come to that. But don't forget or happy too early, because the US 10-year Treasury yield is still 4.59%, and 2 years still 5%. So actually, the stock market still in a very difficult time. So don't be too happy. Don't be happy too early. And our Falcon 350,000 portfolio, then few days before, when the market is very bad and very sad, we've been dropped to about 16.7. So now is 2% better than yesterday. We closed at 69%. So we come to one or two big news first. Most probably, everyone heard about the Evergrande, right? So Evergrande is come to the banquet finally, and the CEO and the CEO's son and many senior staff been arrested already for illegal gathering of money, right? And then illegal transfer of the assets. So even the government payout, the debt's still there, right? The debt is too much, right? It's 2.3 or 2.9 trillion RMB, right? The debt is too high. So I don't think the government will bail out. Then what is the final? Now is the final chapter of Evergrande, and then it will affect other property stock or property market of the whole China. So I do not think that in the last quarter, that means tomorrow, 2 days after, is the last quarter of 2023 in China. So I don't think that it will be in a good shape, right? So stay tuned. And yesterday, why the Nasdaq been rising back 100 points? Because Microsoft said that it will have a good demand and good relationship with AMD. She always does. If you playing games, video games, you will know that not only the notebook, a lot of PC now is using the graphic card of AMD. Even mine use AMD. I have a notebook, I have a PC, and my PC use NVIDIA and my notebook use AMD. Right. So I think AMD is dropped too much. Right. And then now Microsoft and all others like Meta, they go into AI already. That means a lot of the pictures, the background, is automatically generated by the AI, like the Meta, right? Like the Meta. Then it will have the background of the message you want to do automatically generated by the AI. You just input some outline information, it's okay, right? A lot of them is using that kind of information. So AMD or NVIDIA must have a good scenario, right? You see that AMD has a long way to go to catch up NVIDIA, which dominate the AI chip market. But Microsoft and AMD have a long relationship spanning PC, game console, and the cloud, right? That's the fact, right? And then if not NVIDIA, then it's AMD, right? Or Intel, just this 3 or 4 leader in the market. So you see Advanced Micro Device yesterday, stock price rise at about 4.78%. So we talk about Nike. Take a look on the stock price. Left hand side is the maximum, right hand side is the 5-year. Quite clear, in between, the sharp rise up because of the COVID-19 or China issue vanish, no more. You can see that Nike for 5 years. Very obvious the stock price is in the what? In the downtrend. Very obvious, although the PE is not high and the dividend is 1.52%. All right. Very obvious the stock price is in a downtrend. You do not need to remind me. I know that the post-market Nike rise the stock price rise more than 7%. I know that, right? But it's not affecting my view after seeing the performance report. Right? Nike missed on the revenue for the first time. Missed the revenue. But they said that the stock pops as the earning margins bit. Is it really the thing, right? And then Nike rises on profit but still miss on the China. So we will take a look on them immediately. This chart is very clear. Revenue seems okay, right? Although it's not a big progress, but you see that the earnings per share for 2023, quite obvious, is still a little bit less than 2 years before. So I put a cross. And the return on the investor capital is very worse, right? For 1.5, then how can you keep the investor, right? And then if we compare this with S&P 500, sorry, you are more than 10%. They did 9 point something lower than S&P 500. So why I need to invest in Nike? Why I need? And then for the inventory level, up till May, you can see that it's still 1 year before. Although it decreased, but not satisfactory. If you look at Lululemon, look at the others, their inventory level already healthy after 1 year's adjustment. But you can see that the inventory level of Nike still as high as 1 year before. This is bad. They have to do the big sales to clear the inventory. And footwear, still the most profitable and largest segment in the in Nike. And then the second one is the apparel, and then is the equipment. And then the biggest market is North America 44%, and then is Europe 20%, and then is China, the yellow one, 15%. And we take a look on that for the revenue in footwear. Sorry, it dropped at 1.5% compared with 1 quarter before. That means last quarter. Not 1 year before, it's last quarter. Apparel, okay, increased at 4.8%. And the equipment, very good, right, increased at 23.5%. But the footwear is the biggest one. Why? Why it drops? The footwear is the biggest one. This is very critical. So, this is the opening chapter for the report. And you can see that the gross margin decreased at 10 basic points. Why the gross margin decreased? Why? Take a look here. Then the consequence is the net income decreased from 1% than 1 year before. And this is not good, right? This is not good. And the dividend increased, right? To hold the investor, to hold the shareholders. I put a tag to the balance sheet of the assets. You can see that the current asset, total current asset, is 24.2 billion US dollar. And then we add up the current liability, long-term debt, the lease liability, and for the tax and the others, total add up is only 22.8 billion US dollar. So the finance for Nike is healthy. But if you take a look on the revenue, very, very disappointing. You see that the biggest, you can see the biggest one is what? The biggest one is the North America. You can see the figure. Footwear drop. Apparel drop a little bit. Equipment, no increment. And then the best one is the Europe. Footwear increase, apparel increase. Apparel not increase, not decrease, still okay. Equipment increase. For Great China, footwear increase, but just very, very little. Apparel increase and the equipment decrease. For Asia is the area I don't understand why the apparel drops. You see that? Apparel revenue drops 9%. Footwear rise a little bit, 7%. Equipment rise 2%. Why? So you can see that for 1, 2, 3, 4 big area, only Europe is satisfactory. US, not okay. China, not okay. Asia, not okay. So this is not okay, right? And then this is even more worse, right? I said for so many times, for the EBIT, for the EBITDA comparison, if the company in between not change a lot, it means the efficiency of the selling, right? So you can see that in Europe, drop, EBITDA, China, drop, Asia Pacific and Latin America, that means Mexico, drop, global brand drop, only US still okay for EBITDA. That means the selling efficiency in all those 4 areas drops. Why? What happened? Right? Is it just this season, or it will become over to 1 season after or 2 seasons after? This is for shareholder. They will question about that. Right? So the summary for me is, although we know that after the quarter result, the post-market of Nike stock price been rising 7.85%. But still, the points I just explained is very important. We have to make clear why the sales of all those I just mentioned, why they drops. Why they drops? So many, not only one area, a lot of the areas, right? We have to be clear on that before you go into the Nike. I know the stock price now is low. I know that. But that is very important, especially for the EBIT. That means for the selling efficiency, right? If like that, because we know that for Nike is what? Footwear. She rises because of footwear, right? Footwear is most important. We must be clear before you can invest on Nike. This is my point of view, right? Okay, thanks for guys watching, and then please give us any CLS. That means comment, like, and share. And then please help to press the subscribe button and then the bell alert button for you, right? So I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend and a happy Mid-Autumn Festival holiday. See you next week. Bye bye.